Hi everyone, I'm here to do a reading for you for the general energy update for the collective consciousness for the full moon in Capricorn and lunar eclipse. What's come into my awareness so far is that a lot of shadows or wounds will be rising to the surface to give you the opportunity to bring them into the light of consciousness. But it will be a choice that we have to make because we have free will. So, my guides have asked me to ask you guys to be very aware of what comes up for you this weekend. What things kind of trigger you? What things kind of poke at you or give you just that contracted feeling in your body? It's not like you have to heal them in this time. It's not like it's a rush, or it's just to make you aware. And with this awareness, make the conscious choice to then explore and really understand where these shadows originated from. It's like pulling the weed from the root. If you just kind of skim the surface, it'll grow back. It's not meant to be scary or put you into fear. It's just meant to bring you into an energy that feels more balanced and harmonious within yourself. And with that, having that oneness within your own self will then help to manifest that oneness in the external reality then. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have Shadow. This is the Moon card in regular tarot. So I just thought that was interesting. Okay. So first up, we have the Six of Cups. It says memories of love. What I feel with this is almost like not limiting yourself to past experiences. Or even be open to redefining what love means to you. We'll pull more cards to go deeper into it. Then I have the Triumph card, which is the Chariot. This is like being propelled forward. So maybe this is what I'm feeling. Like, don't limit yourself to past experiences or what you've experienced love to be in the past, because with the Triumph card, it's like moving you forward, propelling you forward into something even I want to say greater than what you've experienced. Be open to the possibility of something even greater than you've already experienced. I don't know. We'll come back to it because I'm getting so many different hits right now. It's like, I don't know. Then we have the solar plexus chakra. And I feel like this triumph is trying to propel you forward into rediscovering your own personal power. Rediscovering that the power within is not defined by other people, other experiences, what you currently have or don't have. This personal power that's within you is yours. It's inherent to you. It's never left you. It's only been unseen. And perhaps this is what is lying in our shadow. Having been suppressed for our whole lives or told that we are meant to be one way that didn't feel right to us, but we are being told this by the people who we trust the most. So in that sense, we give up our personal power. We give it to someone else to hold and to protect. But in doing so, we lost who we are at the core of our truth. And then we have stand your ground. A lot of times when we move forward into finding our personal power or finding our personal truth, if it doesn't benefit those who are around us, then that's okay. But they don't determine what your power is or what your truth is any longer. It's time for us to stand our ground and rediscover our own personal truths for ourselves and stop being told what it is. Then we have trapped in fear. And I feel like this is going to be where a lot of us find ourselves during this time, because we spent an entire lifetime, some of us 4 or 5 decades, of being told what to do and being told how to live and being okay with it. And that's fine. It's not a bad thing. It's not something to be shameful for or feel guilt about. It's just what it is, right? So the responsibility of making our own decisions and having to consciously choose to create a life for ourselves maybe will bring up responsibility that we're not ready to face. And if that happens, all that means is that there's some more things to heal. It's time to ask ourselves, if I make a conscious decision or a conscious choice, and it turns out that I made a right turn when I should have turned left, why is that so bad? What does that mean to me? Does that mean that I'm a failure? Does that mean because I made a wrong decision, then I have to give up completely? No. If you're driving and you turn right instead of turning left, what do? We make a U-turn and start back where we started from. Sure, it may take a tiny bit longer, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. Maybe it happened for a reason. Maybe if we would have turned left instead of turning right first, somebody would have hit us. Maybe there was a lesson we needed to learn turning right that we wouldn't necessarily have gotten if we turned left. Don't put yourself in the box of perfection, having to do everything right the first time. Otherwise, you can't do it at all. It's time to get out of that. It's time to be committed to who we are and finding our truth and rediscovering and embracing our personal power and no longer allowing others to define who we are and what we're meant to do. And then I have discontent and boredom. With foundations and achievements. And then temptation. If you find yourself in this energy, this trapped in fear, this is a little hard to say. Fear is not bad. If you find yourself fearful, that's a natural reaction. But if you choose to succumb to the fear and choose to avoid moving forward and finding your power, that's what you choose, you know? What I'm getting is you'll find yourself back in this discontent and boredom. That feeling of life is not awful. My life is pretty great. I have nothing really to complain about. I have a home, I have a job, I have a family. I'm able to get everything I need. Yet I still feel this way. Yes, you do have the security to be comfortable. But then that's when we start looking to other things to kind of fill that void and create excitement that's not necessarily healthy. Which is how we found ourselves in this beginning stages of transformation in the first place. And this isn't a threat. This is why I'm having a hard time with this. I don't feel like this is a threat. Like if you find yourself stuck in fear, you're going to end up like this, you know? I don't mean it to be a threat. I don't believe my guides mean it to be a threat. It's almost like a reminder. of what it is we're meant to release in this full moon. Okay, so let's pull more cards that go deeper into each of these. Okay. So with memories of love, what I'm getting is learning, like remembering what it felt like as children before we had to become disconnected from ourselves completely. It's time to make the choice. Consciously make a choice. Free will, using our free will to it's time to make the conscious choice to bring this energy, this independent, confident, loving, loyal, and trustworthy person within ourselves, for ourselves. Releasing that which keeps us in the illusion that we're not this person. It's time to choose to release the illusion that is present that makes us feel that we're not that person on the inside. Allow that person to be free. Allow yourself to choose what makes you happy, which makes you feel powerful and confident. Allow yourself to be the person you were meant to be. Okay, so with the Triumph card, which is the Chariot, we have the Nine of Cups, emotional abundance, feeling like you've manifested. Or manifesting. Or using the feeling of how it would feel when you manifest the reality that you desire. No. Moving into the space. Gosh, I'm finding it hard to find my words. Moving into a space where what you desire is fulfilled, realized, allowed to become manifest in your external reality because you found it within yourself. Allowing yourself then to bring new opportunities or offers that will manifest into your reality, that will be brought to you, or for you to extend these offers of love that will match the vibration of you putting in the work into yourself. Kind of it's almost like simply doing the work and having the intention of getting closer to the core of who you are will keep you in a state of balance, and it will allow the energy to cycle through and flow like it's meant to, right? So in having this energy of working on yourself and living your honest truth will then cycle around and bring the energy back into you, out into the external reality. I don't know how else to put it. This is what I keep getting. All right. If some of you, if some of you are wondering if you have like that past life soulmate type of energy, this is, if you're desiring this, then know that first you have to make the choice to commit to yourself first, right? Regain that independence and that confidence of knowing that you're a whole without anyone else, finding that union within yourself, releasing the illusion that you're nothing without someone. I feel like that's very specific. So then it's moving forward into creating your own, into finding and realizing your own dreams and what they look like without someone else or without external influences guiding you or needing the validation from the outside. I know that it feels good. And trust me, I still seek validation. I think that it's human, but we have to come to a point where we can move forward into our own personal power and be okay with having to validate ourselves, because you're not always going to find validation. And in seeking validation and knowing that what you're doing is not valid, you may even manifest the opposite of what you're seeking, because it's that energy that is seeking the validation of this lack of confidence or lack of knowing and trusting in your intuition and what you're receiving, is then going to manifest someone who doesn't believe in you. So offering yourself love, offering yourself validation, knowing and trusting in who you are and your power. And it's not power over people. This is the power from within that allows you to create and manifest your own reality, realize your own desires and allow them to come into fruition and manifest in exactly the way that is meant and necessary for you to move forward along your path that will assist you in your highest and best expansion, highest and greatest expansion. Continue doing the work. You're doing the work for yourself. You're doing the work to become connected into self. You're not doing the work so that other people will accept you. You're doing the work so that you will accept you. And by accepting you and seeing yourself and becoming intimate with yourself and knowing and understanding and seeing and feeling into who you are, you'll then manifest that into your external reality. Oops. Making that choice. Becoming in balance. Allowing what I'm hearing is allowing the ebb and flow of life to exist within you without resistance or fight. Okay. So with the solar plexus, it only took me 3 cards in with a lot of clarifiers to get the story. In realizing your personal power, in realizing that you yourself are complete, you will find balance and you will find harmony. And because it's as within, so without, you will experience this in your external reality. It's impossible to experiencing it. It's impossible to experience something opposite to what you're feeling on the inside. Then you have the Sun card, ultimate happiness. The sun will rise as it always does. This is something that we know. So know that it will rise for you. And then we have the Six of Cups. The difference is I feel like this was singular because it's one person's hand, whereas this is partnered, coming together, remembering that love for self, that love for life before we were influenced to feel otherwise. Together, masculine and feminine. keep going back to this. When I said it's impossible for you to experience the opposite of what is going on within, and I feel like that's true, but not necessarily clear. It's almost like it's impossible for you to experience, for anyone, for us to experience the opposite of what is true to you on the inside. So if your external reality is not what feels good to you or feels like your truth, then we just have more work to do to rediscover what truth means to us, what our truth is at the core of our being. We have stand your ground. Once you have made the choice to rediscover your truth, you may have pushback from some people. And these people may be people that have been very instrumental and important to your life up until now. You don't have to cut them off, and you don't have to remove them from your life. But we do have to release any old beliefs or any expectation that they will change with us. They might, but it's their own free will. If you can allow them to be who they are and not expect anything different from them, no matter what they bring to you, will not affect you in the ways that it did. If we can say, I love you, I see you, I hear you, I understand you, and I love you, and I don't expect you to change. I love you as you are. And truly mean it. Release those expectations of having them be able to see who you are, because maybe it's not within their um, maybe it's not within their spectrum of light. I don't know what else to say. Maybe it's just not visible to them. Like maybe they physically are not able to see because it doesn't exist within their own internal self. That doesn't mean for you to belly up and allow people to treat you badly. But I almost feel like if we can completely accept who someone is and not have to be seen by them because we're confident and grounded in who we are without needing that external validation, then we won't be met with such resistance. It's like releasing that energy of needing that outside validation will remove or dissipate the energy of people needing to criticize us. Okay, so then we have trapped in fear. Let's pull some cards. I'm sorry this is so long. This is very eye-opening for myself as well. And love it. But in order to come into this energy, we have to validate ourselves. We have to allow ourselves to feel that validated feeling and know that it's truth. That what we think, feel, and say is valid. I'm not saying that it's not. But what I'm saying is we will come to a point eventually, if we continue to work on our healing, that we won't seek that outside validation any longer. We will be solid and strong in who we are. That what other people think just won't matter anymore. It's not like having that energy of I don't care what people think. It's more of that energy of I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I honor you, but I respectfully disagree. You know? Oh, man. Oh, okay. Trapped in fear. When we come into this energy of no longer seeking outside validation, because this work is never done, it will be then time to come into union. And oh man, okay. I've been trying to, I'm really, okay. Doing this work. When we when we come into the realization, or when we become one with our personal power and choose to live, choose to live in truth, this is crazy. This is coming up for the full moon. Okay, I'm going to pull cards here for these last ones because I'm just sort of confused. What I'm feeling is like once we decide to really embrace our truth and our personal power, we'll then be called to step on our true path. And that true path is coming into sacred union. And then beginning the work. So reigniting that Christ consciousness, reigniting that light within you is only going to be it's only going to be activated by bringing in two energies to then create a third. So this is joining together the male and, or the masculine and the feminine within ourselves, right? Reigniting that own Christ consciousness within ourselves. But as I said, what we now I know I'm trapped in fear. What we experience in ourselves as within will then experience in the external, so without. Coming together of the physical manifestations of the two energies to then reawaken the Christ consciousness in the external. And For those of you who are here on the twin flame journey, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. I had to just for those of you who are on the twin flame journey, who've been awakened to this path for a while, who have the realization that the twin flame journey is not a fairy tale and not about having a knight riding on a white horse to come and rescue. That it's about creating the Christ consciousness within the external reality, bringing together the two energies to be able to manifest this into external reality. We'll have another meeting, another test, if you will. To see if these old energies will resurface or to see if you're truly ready. So it's important that we really go within right now and figure out what our truth is. Oops. Yeah, see. Are we still going to be in resistance to the path as it once was? Or are we going to be open? Or are we going to fall back into this energy? If we do fall back into this energy, all that will happen during this time is that we have to go back in. It will be time to go back in and do more work. And then go back into separation. And really just kind of come back into the awareness of the divine masculine within, finding what inspires us, what drives us, where our personal power lies, and how we allow it to manifest. How we allow it to manifest. How we allow it to drive us forward. Wow. Like dumbfounded right now. Let's pull some oracle cards. I can't make this shit up, you guys. Okay. Okay, so first we have Tree of Life. Beautiful. It says Circle of Life, Clear Energies Channel. Then we have the New Man. Enlightened Masculine, Potential, New Earth. And then we have Ether and Matter. And it says Spiritualized Matter, New Life, Sparkles, Bedding in the Light. Sacred Mountain. Vision Quest, Clarity and Truth, Shambhala, Deep Healing. So, full moon, clear the energies. Allow the life energy to flow. Become open to the messages. The eclipse, the new enlightened masculine will emerge. Ether and matter, bringing that which is within to materialize in the external. Sacred Mountain. Clarity and truth and deep healing. That's intense, guys. I'm freaking out a little bit. I totally got what this means. Okay, well, anyway, clear out what no longer serves you. Make the conscious choice, the free will decision to release all that no longer serves you so that you can pull your whole entire being back together. Bring the masculine and the feminine within you together into union. Sorry. I do feel like this is going to play out over the rest of the year, but I do feel like this lunar eclipse, this full moon, is going to bring forward intense healing for the divine masculine, which is why Mars is in Aries with Chiron. Oh my God. Jupiter is with Pluto in extreme transformation. Wow. Okay. I hope you have a great full moon. I'm really going to try and do the different signs this month for July. We'll see if I can get it done. It just seems like things come up all the time. But happy 4th of July, and I will talk to you soon. I love you guys.